again, appreciate you coming out and celebrating this night with us. What we're going to do to, change the tone just a bit, we're going to have TiQuisha Hines come up here and do a lyrical, spoken word piece and grace us with her voice and her powerful message. So, TiQuisha, without further ado, give her a hand.
Change, 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 change gon' come. Change, 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 a change gon' come. So you better get ready, 'cause a change is gon' come. So you better get ready, 'cause a change is gon' come. I was born in the ghetto, but the ghetto wasn't born in me. And I've discovered who I am, and I'm still not free. Too much to see, but me, I can see clearly now that the rain is gone. See, I was able to admit my faults because I was wrong, but I was a kid then. Now I'm grown. I let the past stay behind me, and I'm moving on up to the north side. I had to let go of my pride. There's no more need to deny the fact that I need help. And I realized that nobody but nobody can make it on their own. So like Erykah Badu, I picked up the phone and I called Tyrone and told him to hurry up and come on now. Check it. If you broke, be broke. Don't sugarcoat your lifestyle by buying all these fake meat coats. You ain't gotta lie, Craig, rolling spree wheels on your Corsica. You can't keep your babies fed. Instead, stand up for what you believe in, even if you stand alone, and don't buy a $100,000 car before you purchase your first home. Now me, I've accepted my reality. I was meant to be me. And all of my painful experiences were only stepping stones for me to succeed. See, it doesn't matter how many times you fall down. The only thing that matters is how many times you get up. But if you refuse to rise again, then you're the blame for being stuck. You got to move on, because there's gonna be a change. You've got to move on, because there is gonna be a change. Come on, y'all. Change, change, change. A change gon' come.
My name is DeMarus Perry. I'll be your moderator tonight, this evening, for the Black Man Dialogue. First, let's give another round of applause for Robin for completing the book. What I'd like to do tonight is go ahead and we're going to start off when I ask the question. We're going to give each of our panelists an opportunity to answer. But if you guys have, this is a discussion, something that we can all help. We're talking about black men, but what's a black man without a black woman, right?
Right.
So we want everybody to participate. If you have a question, raise your hand and I'll try and get to you as soon as possible. So that said, we'll get right into it. Question number one, who or what do you believe is the black man's biggest nemesis? Start with Scott.
People talk about the black man or the black experience always from a perspective of what's wrong, or what we need to do or what's not going right, and how there's all these problems and things like that. And from my perspective, I tend to take a historical view. I tend to take a 10,000-foot view and look at the whole black experience and how we got to this country and all the circumstances to lead to where we are today. And when I look at everything, I like to think that the black man is doing great. And the reason why I say that is because of the progress that's been made. So I think that we've let others tell our story, and we've let the cloak of white supremacy frame our existence, and I feel like a lot of us still carry that today. And that's the basis of what I think is the black man's biggest nemesis.
I would say perception is the black man's biggest nemesis, especially for young black men in America. I would say some my age and younger. Because from the day that we are able to walk and speak, we are constantly worried about the way that other people view us. And so if there was anything, I wouldn't point it specifically at an individual or a race or a class of people. I would say that perception would be our biggest nemesis.
To me, I feel like the black man's biggest nemesis is to piggyback on what you were saying, but it's himself. Like, it's Saturday, it's 8 o'clock. You could have been anywhere in the world right now. You could have been at the club, you could have been drinking, you could have been worrying about, hey, how many people came tonight? Oh, it wasn't as many people as I thought. I put on these clothes for what reason? But at the end of the day, when you leave, no matter if I sell 1 book to 100 books, You have to go out there and make a better way for your family and your future. Nobody determines that. We look at America and say, hey, the white man held us down. We couldn't get this. Oh, we make excuses for this reason why we're not successful. Just look at yourself. At the end of the day, hold yourself accountable. Try to be better every day in your life. And then you can make a difference and teach somebody else how to be better. So it's himself, to me.
I think the black man's biggest limits is white supremacy and religion. Like, the whole thing about us is, that sounds good to say that we should hold ourselves accountable, but we have a lot of things that's holding us down with other people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy to say yourself, but it's certain people that's in certain situations, they can't bring themselves out of certain situations because of white supremacy, because of the ties that they have with religion and what they've been taught their whole life. So if you've been taught your whole life one thing, that the white man is great, even through religion and everything else, you only know one thing. So that's not your fault, that's their fault. We want to be like the white man instead of like us. Like, we were great. You know what I'm saying? We always want to integrate. Man, forget all the integration. Get your own nation. Like, that's the whole thing they did when they left Britain. That was a Revolutionary War. They wanted to start their own nation. The only difference between them and us is we was in slavery and we got so many mental bonds that we're not able to break away. So, and that's just what I think the black man's biggest nemesis is. It's more deeply rooted than the stuff that's on top.
But a lot of our black youth, they don't know, a lot of the young ones, they don't know past slavery. They just see a slavery guy, he's up there, he's real humble. I'm not gonna be that way. I ain't gonna let them handle me that way. But that's the way we're looking at it. Okay, there was a lot of things going on in those slavery days. Like, for instance, we had in 1800 we had black guys in the White House. They don't know that. Not only that, we had black guys create armies, and it took out a lot of people. They created lives for a lot of black people in those times. Haiti would start off the fact that the biggest slave plantation was near Haiti, in Haiti. And black people got together, they took them guys out. And that's how Haiti became own country. So in many cases that as black men, and everybody, they said it all plays into all this. Everything y'all said was important. But at the end of the day is that our image of how we see ourselves, and I mean, we don't really think about it a lot, but whenever we go buy a vehicle or we get a certain job, we don't compare. The only people we get impressed is us. We don't impress white man. We don't have a reason to impress him. We just try to impress us because we feel that's where our validation comes from.
I just wanted to say something because I'm listening and it's like what people saying, but one thing I keep getting is like, even in the slavery time, like they built this culture for us to live in, but it was some people who chose to say, I'm not going to live this way, so I'm going to try to escape and get my freedom. It's some people that bought into the system. It's like with us nowadays. When you leave, the only thing you owe it to is your family and yourself to be better. And then you build those people up as you choose to be better. We could talk about slavery issues, what's going on, the white man this, the white man that. I wrote this book. No white man kept me from holding this down. No white man said, hey. But I knew better. So it's like me as an individual, when we talk about Martin Luther King, we talk about Malcolm X, these are one men who chose to do something with their voices and make them heard. People chose to follow these people. They didn't have to, like I said. Y'all could have went anywhere tonight. But y'all chose to come here because y'all wanted to support me or you wanted to support the cause. So when you leave here, it's not the white man holds you down. They don't want you to get land. Hey, I'm trying to buy my first house. Ain't no white man said I can't buy no house. So I'm going to be better for my